You can, if you have any issue, but I think you don't have too much issue. Like I said, my friend really started with, by this way, cipher upgrades because everything is really, really well explained. So you don't, and you manage your time as you want. So, oh, wow, 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 wow,
Yes, I love the energy.
super, génial.
Let's start.
Yes, yes. Um, so let's,
Okay,
yes,
hold
let's
on.
start.
All right. I think someone's hand is up. Oh,
Sorry?
I thought someone's hand is up. All right. So let me go to introduction. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's fine. Nickel.
All right. Okay. So my name is Fifi Benny Hayford, and I'm a cybersecurity analyst and also an aspiring Web3 security researcher. And this is my X account, so you can follow me on X. Sorry. All right, all right. So this is the table of contents. So we'll be talking about array, why or when do we need an array, structure of an array in Solidity, types of array, and also array methods, that's the length, push, and pop. And we have more of these, but this is what we'll be focusing on regarding the methods, array methods. And after that, we do some recaps on it. And you think, is there anything that I need to add or something like Solene?
Yes?
Yeah, is there anything I need to add?
No, that's fine. You can go ahead.
All right, all right, all right. So somebody might ask, what is an array? So in Solidity, an array is a collection of variables of the same types stored sequentially. So meaning, let's say you want to store the marks of students, of various students. You can't just be creating different variables for different students, but rather there's a need that you create an array that can store all their marks sequentially in one variable. And also you can think of it as a list or container that holds multiple values of the same kind as I talked about, giving referencing the student example, student scores example. So let's say Solene has a score of 90, I have a score of 70. You can be creating different variables for me to keep record of the scores, but rather I can create an array named scores and input our marks over there. So I'll just show you an example of it in Solidity in Remix VM shortly. So, so this is the structure of an array in Solidity. So you have you in 256. You have you in 256. That's the data type, and also the square brackets indicating that it's an array, and also the public visibility. This shows whether your array is private, public, internal, or external. In this case, our array is public, declared as public. And also the A.RR is the array name that I've given to my array. And also with array, if you create an array, there's something called array indexing. So it's a way to access individual elements in an array. So let's take this array for example. You in 256 public my array is equal to 10. Hold on. So it's equal to 10. Can you see my pointer, please? Hello?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh,
Yeah,
pointer.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's equal to, so these are the elements in an array. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and 60. So in order for you to access these elements in my array, you have something we call indexing. So every first element in an array is indexed by 0. Second is indexed by 1. Third is indexed by 2. The fourth is indexed by 3, and the fifth is indexed by 4. Sorry. So yeah. So I think it's time we move into the remix VM to just see an example of it. Kindly hold on for me.
Yes.
Hold on.
Are you there?
Yeah. So I'm there. All right. So
No problem. Take your time.
all right, I'll take my time.
Otherwise, did you, other people, did you have any issue regarding the section 1?
Oh no.
Here, if needed.
Okay, so I come to just write some. I come to know about the structure of an array. So first of all, we should declare our license. So that's the XPDX as we learned yesterday.
Are you sharing a screen?
Yes.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
No, we
No.
can't.
Yeah.
You can see your presentation.
Oh, okay.
I think you have to share your entire screen.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So first of all, as we learned yesterday, you have to just specify your license type. So we are using MIT, so SPDX license identifier. MIT. And the Solidity version that we are using. So Pragma.
Yes, you miss the X, SP.
Okay. SPDX. So yeah, so we'll name our contracts my array. Okay. So I think there's an error here. Okay, so now this is our contract named my array, and it's going to have you are initializing an array. So this is the structure as we discussed in the presentation. So you int 256 public my array. So yeah, so this is the structure that I was talking about in this PowerPoint. Yeah, in 256 public my array. So over here you have in 256 as the data type of array, and also the visibility set to public also. And also you have to know that this is a state variable, and this is stored in the contract storage. All right, so moving on to the next slide. So array indexing. So in this case, let's assign my array to be equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me make it 10, 20, 30, 40. So yeah. So with this one, when you want to access the elements in the array, we call it indexing. So this is 10 here is at the location stored at index 0. 20 is stored at index 1. 30 is stored at index 2, and 40 is stored at index 3. All right. So nice. So yeah, let's talk about the types of array that we have in Solidity. We have the fixed size array. We have the fixed sized array. So these are arrays with a predetermined number of elements. So let's say using this syntax below, you have in 256 10 my array fixed array. So this means that the array can contain 10 number of elements in them. So with this example, this is an unlimited or this is a dynamic array. So let's say if you make the array to be 10, so that means the number of elements that can be in this array should be up to 10. And if it's more than 10, it will throw an error. Is that clear, please? So yes, then characteristics of the fixed size array. So the size cannot be changed after creation. Yeah, I said that earlier on. And accessing elements beyond the array's bounds with results in an error. So that means if you are trying to, this holds 1, 2, 3, 4. This holds 4 elements in the array. So if you are trying to access an element of, let's say, number 5 in an array, you get an error on this. We'll do an example for you to understand better. So, all right.
It's clear, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about the dynamic size array. So with the dynamic size array, arrays can grow or shrink dynamically as elements are added or removed. So this is how a dynamic array looks like. It can be like this, or also can be an empty array like this. All right. So we'll be talking about array methods. In this case, I'll include the functions for us to be able to add, delete, check the array length, and all that. So with this, let's try and add certain elements in my array. So first of all, I have to write a function to add elements in my array. So function, let's name it my function add element. We give it a uint 256. Let's say I, visibility of public. and ensure it. All right. So we want to add an element into my array. So in order for you to add an element into array, we use the push method. So yeah, this is the push method. So using the push method, it adds an element to the end of the highlighted word is end of an array. So to add an element to the end of an array, use the push method. So we can do my array dot push. All right. So let's save it and let's deploy it. So all right. So here we have our function name as add element over here, which is public. And we have our array, my array name, which is also public. So now let's add an element I into my array. So we come to this add element and add, let's say 224. So I've added 24 into my array. So when you want to view the number 24 that we added into the array, come to my array using index 0. So here we can see that my array in index 0 is 24. So come, let me so 24. All right, so let's try and add another array to it. So array 30. So index 0 or index 1. At index 1, what do we get? We get 30. So in this case, this array, my array, now has an element of 24 and 30 in it. All right. So let's move on to we'll talk about the length later. So let's move on to the pop. So when you use the pop removes the last element from the array and returns it. Okay, so function, create a function to remove it. So function remove public turns you in 256. So my array dot pop. So I think there's an error. Hold on. All right, so let's deploy our code again. So deploy. So let's call the function pop in the array. So I've named it remove. So if you click on remove, I think there's an error coming.
Are there any elements in the array?
Yeah, the elements in the array. So let me see.
I think there are none.
Okay. So let me
Yeah.
add another, yeah. So let me add another element in the array. So 30, add. All right. So let me see. All right. Okay. All right. So now I can call the function pop. So which is now named remove. Sorry. So remove. All right. So now I think,
So it should remove 55, right?
yeah, it has removed 55 from an array. So let's check. So array index 0, you have 30, index 1, you have 45, index 2. It's not changing because it has removed 55 from the array. So next we talk about the length of an array. So this when you talk about the length of an array, it returns the number of elements in an array. So let's say in this case in 256, my array is equal to 1, 2, 3. It will return 3. The array length will be 3 because 1, 2, 3 elements are in my array. So let's try that one. Function. Array length. Array dot length. All right. So the reason why we are using the view function in this my array.length is because we are just reading from the storage. You are not modifying anything in the array. You are just reading. So yeah, it's advisable you use view in your functions if you are just reading and you're not doing any modifications in your storage. What I mean by storage is this or the states. So I'm not doing any modification here. I'm just viewing the elements in the state. So yeah, so let me save and deploy the contract. So save.
Why are you not using a return statement? Or is that not needed?
A return statement.
Yeah,
Let me see.
it
Oh,
it
by
should say
default, it returns. Okay, so you want me to? So you int
no, but
two.
let's try it your way first. Maybe let's try.
Yeah.
Is it going
Okay.
to return or not?
I think it's a return. So let me see.
Let's see. Compile. Let's
Yeah,
compile.
I've already compiled. So yeah, I think. Hold on. All right. So let me add an element. 40. Right. 16. So okay. So now I want to check the length of an array for. So when you come here, so my array dot length.
Can you expand on the transaction?
All right. So I'm coming.
Yeah. Let's expand. Exactly. So it's not returning any output
Oh,
because
so you have
you
to
need
add
the
a
return
return.
statement. Yes, exactly.
All right. All right. All right. Okay, I get you. Thank you.
Is it going to be an array or is it going to be a single number?
It's go
Just
okay, it's going to be a single number. So yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
256.
And then you need the return statement inside the function.
Okay, so yeah, return. All right. So let's deploy again. So so now I can check the length of an array by okay, you see it has returned 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so with the recap, so what we learned today is so learn that an array in Solidity is a collection of variables of the same type. So here, let's say my public array, or let's say it's holding, this array is holding the scores of students. So this is a collection of variables named the scores of students. So that the array will be holding the scores of every student in the class. And also we learned that the structure of an array, we use the in 256. We declare it with the data type first, the array symbol, and also the visibility and the array name. So you can see it over here. The data type is in 256. The array symbol, this shows that this is an array. So if you take this out, it just becomes a normal variable declaration. So because it's an array, you just add the symbol. And also we have the visibility public. That means other contracts can interact with the array. And also the name of the array to be calling. And also we also
Question.
learned that array index.
Yeah. Can you store elements of different data types inside an array?
Yeah, you can.
Can you try doing that by calling add element and then put a number, then put a string?
I think I should put a number and also what?
Call the add element function, and then or maybe just just call the add element function. No, in the contract methods, on your left
Okay, in the
side.
contract. Yeah.
Yeah. Try putting a string or an A letter or
A
whatever.
string in our
Yeah. Is that gonna work or is
I
it
don't,
going
I
to
don't,
revert?
I don't, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So this is of type uint 256, positive whole numbers. So that's not going
Okay.
to work. So let's say, let me put a name, let me put my name, add element. So you can see from here.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you want me to deploy? Let me deploy again.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. All right. So yeah. So when you want to interact with elements in the array, we use something called indexing. So that's how the arrays are arranged in them. So we have index 0 for first element, index 1 for second element, and so on, sequential order. And also we spoke about the types of array, which is a fixed size arrays. So in this example, you can see that you have declared an array of fixed size 10 of unsigned integers. So that means the number of elements that can be in this, my fixed array should be up to 10 or less. It can be more. And also have dynamic size array. So from looking at this highlighted text, we don't have any fixed number in the array. So this one can contain major number of elements that I want to put in an array. And also we spoke about the array methods, which is the push, to add an array to the end of an array element. And also we spoke about the length to know the total number of elements in an array, and also pop to remove the last number in an array. Okay, so thank you. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please.
Thank you, Fifi.
On the top row, just as Sophia puts an explanation more friendly to explain array. But otherwise it was nice because you mentioned the theory and you saw everything. We were able to saw everything in practice. So just that perfect to to do presentation like that. And when you have any bug, so Voila is here to help you as well to run your code. So it's cool. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have Cherry next, right?
Yes.
For mappings. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Sherry,
I'll
yeah.
share my screen.
Could you use us? Oh, my English is terrible at all. Like, just, it's usually terrible, but more terrible at night, you know. That's fine. Let's do it.
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can't.
Your voice is really low, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Try to talk. So.
Hello?
Oh,
Can you
nice.
hear me? Okay.
Feel
Okay,
free to
sorry for
introduce
the
yourself.
technical issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, basically just to say who you are,
Okay.
where are you coming from, etc. It's cool to know who is each other. Sorry.
Okay, hi, I'm Cherry and I go by Aspire Coder in all my social medias. So please give me a follow. And I'm currently a uni student in pursuing a bachelor's degree in CS and got into Solidity actually through the study group by Kaula. So if you guys can do join in. It's really fun there. And we always do presentations like this to share our learnings. So if that is something you would want to do, then just join. I think how do you join again, Paula?
You sign up. I'll share the form in the chat.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll start. So hi guys. In this presentation, or I guess demo, I'll be explaining what the mapping data structure in Solidity is. So now before jumping into mappings, I'd like to provide a brief overview of arrays and structs. And Fifi did explain about arrays earlier, so I guess uh you guys understand that already. But for structs, okay. So structs is explained in the different updraft course, but I'll provide a quick overview. So we all have these different data types such as strings and unsigned integers. But if we want a combination of those data types, we can create structs. And here we have a person struct, which has the name and age of a person. And if we want to create an array of the person data type, okay, so this is the syntax of an array that I wrote down here, the data type and the square brackets, the visibility, and the name of the array, as Fifi explained earlier. So here we can have the person data type followed by the square brackets and the public visibility and the name, which is influential figures. So I already created a function to add a person to these influential figures array. Let me try to compile that and let's quickly try that out before getting into mappings. So in here, we can see the add influential figures function in which we have to add the name and age. So let me pull up okay, Vitalik Buterin. I searched, was 30 years old. So add influential figures. Let's add Taylor Swift, 34 years old. Elon Musk, 53 years old, apparently. Okay. So if we want to derive these persons from the influential figures array, we would have to provide the index of the person that we're trying to find. So the index 0 would be Vitalik Buterin, and with age 30, I misspelled it, but okay. And index 1 would be Taylor Swift, and 2 would be Elon Musk. So this is actually a very inefficient way of storing persons or names or ages, since we wouldn't be able to find Elon Musk or Taylor Swift or whatever unless we know the specific index of these persons. So if, for example, if we add random names, random and ages, we already, I think, if these data amounts to millions of influential figures or people, then we wouldn't be able to find the ages of these people if we didn't have the index memorized, which is very inefficient. So that's where we can go. We can okay, so that's where mappings comes in. So the most easy to understand analogy for me for mapping was a dictionary. So in this dictionary page, we input a data, like for example, dogs. And when we search it, we get the output, which is the definition of a dog, which is all of these. So basically, a mapping is an input to output data structure. So let me provide the syntax of a mapping, which is mapping key. In programming in Solidity, we use the word key for inputs and the word value for outputs. So that's why I use the word key here. And we use this arrow-like symbols with the equal sign and the greater than sign symbol to represent the key value pairs. And we can put the visibility and the name of the mapping. I just put public. So if we wanted to make this array, this influential figures array, for the specific purpose of finding the age based on the name, then we can create a simple mapping like this. Mapping with a parenthesis, string. We provide the data type of our input, which is the name, so it's a string, and the output, which is the age, so it's an unsigned integer, and the visibility, public, and the name of the mapping. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the semicolon there, which is name to age, to which is the literal function of this mapping. So we can also create an add influential figure. Okay, let's just make this add person into the mapping, which has the name and age parameters. And to add an element to the mapping, we can just specify the name of the mapping, name to age, the input, which is the name, and the output, which is the age. So I think that's actually all, which, and you can see how it's significantly less code compared to the array contract, which makes it way more efficient to write and to also use as a data structure. So let's see how that works. Okay. So let's try adding a person. I'll just use the influential figures lists that I have earlier. Italic Buterin 30. Taylor Swift 34. And Elon Musk 53. So now if we want to find the age of an influential figure, we just have to input their name. So let's get the age of Vitalik Buterin. And there we go. We have 30, the unsigned integer of 30, which is his age. And how about Elon Musk? We got 53. So now we don't have to memorize their indexes. We can just input their name and we would get the age as expected. So that's what a mapping is and how we can use it in replacement of these arrays as a more efficient method for certain datas. Okay, I think that's all. Please do ask if you have any questions, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Cherry.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
we can see that you are already an instructor for the Solidity Sisters group because like it looks like really used to that.
Yeah, she's really good at it.
Yeah, super nice to see that.
Mm.
Like how many people from Solidity Sisters teach Solidity to your members?
How many members we have now, or like in the chat?
Like
I mean, in the call.
instructors.
In
Oh,
Twitter.
it's more like I think she said instructors. It's more like we study by ourselves
Yeah.
and each members just like present their learning. So it's like a collaborative learning
True.
platform, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Like the goal of this goal. Okay, cool. So it's almost one hour that we have there. So probably, Priscilla, we can do it, your presentation tomorrow. What do you think about it?
Yeah, tomorrow is fine. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Yes, just we don't have too much things to,
Yeah.
in a day, yeah. Okay, just to know who wants to present for the next time with Priscilla. So someone just reached me by DM to told me that she is volunteer for a session on Friday. So if someone is also volunteer for a session tomorrow, let us know.
Do you
I
have
think
a
we still did not cover structs. We did not cover structs, lesson number 9 and lesson number 10. Those were not covered yet. Sorry, somebody was asking a question.
So you mean which topic do you want to cover, Awola?
1 minute. Let me share my screen. So today we covered arrays, but I think Fifi did not cover structs. So there's structs missing, and then errors and warnings, memory storage versus call data. Mappings was covered, and then ZK sync will be covered by Priscilla, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Yeah. So then maybe someone can volunteer to do structs, and also memory storage and call data.
okay. So who wants to do the structs topic, sorry.
Yes.
It's really chill. No reason.
I can try to do that, but the thing is that I'm not a developer, so it's kind of like gonna be a kindergarten person presented to school pupils.
That's
So it's
fine.
gonna be very easy going topic, I would say. It's like gonna be very beginner thing.
Yeah, no worries about it. Like a few people here are in the same situation, so just learn together without any judgments and no worries.
Yeah. Give it a try.
Okay, so structs it is, right? Because I'm not yet at the memory storage and cold data, so I need to figure out that for myself. But structs I already kind of like have a rough idea, just need to look into more,
Okay.
I don't know, things outside, like the articles or something, documentation, that kind of stuff.
Okay. And then maybe also errors and warnings. Can you pick this one up or?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay. Okay, nice. Perfect. So then we have ZK sync and structs plus lesson number 9.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
So yeah. Okay. Then that sounds good. Let's meet tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I will put a message like about the recording session and the next topic that will be tweeted. I don't know. Will be presenting and yeah, don't hesitate to do the exercise like on your side with the video. Like I said again, it's well explained. So
Yes.
is okay. So let's say tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.